Hey, hey, everybody. There we go. So, I am so excited to be with y'all right now. Why did I do that? It's okay. Here we go.
Okay.
So, I'm excited that we are here with y'all today. We're back. I know y'all think I'm weird, but it's okay. We who are we? We are Tikisha
Tikisha
Michelle.
Leo.
Yes, and we are here with Dr.
Dr.
Ada.
Ada.
Yes, yes indeed, yes indeed. We are here talking to you all about parent empowerment for everyday living. We have not had the opportunity to be with you in about what, a week?
About a week.
About a
Yes.
week, yeah.
2 weeks.
Because we come to y'all live every other week right here on Facebook. And today, get excited, y'all. Today, we're even on Instagram.
That's
Woo!
my platform of choice, but
That is? Okay, that's okay. No, no, that's cool. That's cool. Listen, we're leveling up here because until we get a sponsor, look, we're going to deal with what Tikisha Michelle knows. And we're just going to keep it moving because Instagram is. So we're on Tikisha Michelle underscore EIO right now because that's our Education Inside Out link, I guess we'll say, until we make another one for
Yes.
Leo.
Ah.
And come in here. So right now that's where we are. And then next week and any other time you need some tools you can use, you can go check us out at Tikisha Michelle EDU Inside Out on YouTube. And there's so much information. Y'all know what? I checked out and I have been doing content sharing tools that parents could use since like 2017, 2018.
wow,
Oh, wow.
goodness, wow.
Yeah, the video, some of the videos are like really good because I got the lighting just right, and some of the videos is really like, oh, maybe I should take it down. But I haven't decided to do that yet because it's still some really good information,
Yeah.
and I think it's really important that parents have tools they can use so that they can ensure the success of their children
Yeah.
because that's what we're all about. That's all we want to do. We want to make sure that we give you parent empowerment for everyday living. We're going to start off today. You know, we've been talking about parents being actively involved, right? We've been talking about disciplining behaviors. And I don't know if y'all saw. Did y'all see the what I posted earlier today about the little girl and her parents, and she was arguing with them about whether or not to include the number 4 before the number 5. Y'all, that joke was funny to me, but it was like perfect because that's proper and positive. That's what we do. That's how you discipline. They were disciplining, they were properly and positively ensuring the success of their daughter. They allowed for the banter, but they made sure that they corrected her. It wasn't just, it's cute, 1, 2, 3, 5. They didn't do that. They didn't do that. And we've been doing some research. So today we're going to go a little bit further. You see, the title is, what is the title?
Why or what are you allowing?
What are you allowing?
And
why
why
do you continue to allow it?
continue?
Yeah, like you already know. You know, Leo, you're not in our IG shop. So you know some things are happening. Just like they knew she was not saying the number 4. They knew she knew it, but they made sure that she knew it. And that was it was a big deal. And so I want to say to y'all, you know, we've been doing this research and everything. And what we know sometimes is that people allow things because of how they feel, right? Memories that they have, their own issues.
Yeah.
And people talk about that a lot. They talk about this thing called ACEs. Don't worry, we are not going to discuss the ACEs. Some of you know what that's all about. But it's because of some things that you've gone through that's making you allow, that's not the sole reason, but that is a reason. And we should never live in the pain. I just want to, we have some pain places,
Okay.
right? And we shouldn't live in those pain places. We have to learn to process those for ourselves as parents so that we can properly and positively ensure the success of our children. Because if we are living in those pain places, our children are going to be a manifestation of our pain.
So some of those things we allow, is it because of fear, because we're scared, or we're scared to correct it?
Did you, man, did you read that research? Indeed. Oftentimes we are fearful.
But scared to correct it. But why scared to correct it?
What did we have to go through? When I say we, I mean
Yes.
That's a collective.
you,
Yeah.
us, and I'm going to stop because that camera is like, will you stop it? What did we have to go through? What did parents have to go through? I know I read some examples of if you were the attention given to your behavior. And some parents respond to behaviors, they respond to them differently. But if you respond to negative behavior, and I think we addressed this a while back.
Yeah.
If you respond to negative behaviors, and that's the only time you respond to your child,
Oh.
Yeah.
what are they going to do? They're going to always
Behave poorly.
behave
Get your
poorly.
attention.
Exactly, because that's what they want. They want you. They want your attention. They want you to pay them some attention, to be involved in their lives, in what's going on with them. What is it about you that is preventing you from being actively involved in their lives and paying attention? There was another example, and I could see this as I read it. It was painted so clearly about how parents they hear their child fuss at them, argue or yell or roll their eyes, and for them they're like, I'm not going to respond.
Okay.
Not responding, still responding.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because what you allow, let me make sure I say it right. So you teach people how to treat you, and then you get upset when they learn their lesson. So if you don't have standards or non-negotiables, then that's what you allow. Whether you address it verbally or whether you don't address it at all, is what you're allowing.
Yeah.
What we allow as people allow.
Yeah.
Parents, what are you allowing? What have you allowed up until now? I've always told you, just because you've allowed it up until hearing it today doesn't mean it's over. You can start now.
It's not too late.
It's never too late to start again, unless you're no longer alive.
And to go back to the scripture we said, Proverbs 22:6, train up a child.
Yep.
Train up a child while they're young. When they grow old, they won't depart. So what does training look like?
In your house. What does it look like? Do you allow for the rolling of the eyes? Do you allow for the comebacks, the talk? And some people think, well, I'm just gonna have that's how I build a relationship.
What if you don't allow it? You don't like the way your child is behaving, but you've only been taught to handle it one way, and your child is not responding.
Shift.
Pivot.
Yes.
New information.
Try something different.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly it.
Don't force your style of discipline. Okay.
Right. And even if it worked for you, or even if it didn't work for you, and some people, it didn't work for you. You know it. You know that it caused you a pain that's forcing you to put that on your child or children now.
Yeah.
Well, why would you continue such a thing? Just because it's familiar
Doesn't mean it's right. Yeah.
And I heard something today that sometimes we're only doing what we know or what our parents did, but sometimes we have to get some new information, do some research, talk with people.
Like us.
I think that's why we're here, because I know within our generation, a lot of us were raised a certain way, and you just continue that because that's all you know. However, the kids of today were not what we were.
Amen.
They've been exposed to different things, and so you need to figure out what best way to communicate to your child the boundaries you need them to follow.
And even what you just said, they've been exposed to certain things.
Yeah. Way more than what we.
Why?
Yeah.
Is my question.
Yeah.
Why? Because I remember growing up being 13 and I wanted to go do things. And mom was like, no, it's not time yet. If I let you do it now, when you get to that age, you're not going to enjoy it. It's not going to mean as much to you when you're 16 if you do the 16-year-old things
No.
while you're 13.
I mean, you're not mentally ready for a lot of these things. You're not
Mm.
mature enough, right?
Come on, the topic. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all, but so I put in front of you still. Why are you allowing these things? Just because somebody put it in front of you and they said drink it,
Mm.
does it make sense to drink it? And then when our children don't respond in the manner in which I should have a pen because I have thoughts and then I forget my thought because I have this structure thing, but structure doesn't really work for us because my brain is steady firing,
It's firing.
and I forgot the last thought, but it's okay. So we put things in front of things have been put in front of us or were put in front of us as children,
Yes.
right? And then we need to grow our children in the world that we live in today. So you said they've been exposed to some things. You don't have to allow them to be exposed to the things.
Yeah.
Was it easy just to allow it to be a part, to be like the Joneses or whoever you want to call them today? Back in the day, it was the Joneses.
Joneses.
Yeah.
It's still Joneses.
It's still the Joneses?
I think
Okay.
so.
All right.
Okay.
But we're older. You're older. Are you more mature though?
Mm.
What are you holding on to? What is preventing you from making changes? So I put in front of you the thought that school is, gosh, many people are about to the end, right?
Yes.
They're more than halfway through. Oh, you don't know, sorry. I looked at her like, right? And she's like, many of you are halfway through your first quarter of school. You know, I put in front of you, have you talked to the teacher?
Mm.
Have you gotten messages and you really just are not dealing with the situation? Why don't you deal with the situation?
That's a good question. Clinically, what I've seen a lot of parents are stressed out in their own personal lives.
Mm.
Whether it's their relationships with their spouses, with work, with family, it seemingly appears that they don't even have the capacity to then handle and train their children.
Let me touch that. Hold on. I don't have a pen, but let me touch this right quick. The
Yes,
capacity.
Yeah.
Why are you lacking the capacity? Let's